The great ship Titan was a marvel of its age. Built with pride, it was the largest and most luxurious ship afloat. People called it unsinkable, a symbol of human ambition and technological progress. The Titan promised speed, comfort, and a new way to cross the ocean. Its maiden voyage was a global event, covered by newspapers and discussed everywhere. Excitement filled the air as the ship set sail. Yet the Titan's story ended in tragedy, becoming a cautionary tale. It taught the world that nature's power can humble even the greatest achievements. The ship reflected an era of faith in technology, sometimes too much faith. The Titan was more than a ship. It was a floating palace, a world of its own. Its fate shocked the world and changed how people thought about safety at sea. The legend of the Titan lives on, reminding us of the dangers of overconfidence. The story of the Titan matters greatly. It shows that nature is powerful. The ship was a product of its time, an age of great industrial progress. People trusted technology very much. Sometimes perhaps they trusted too much. The Titan was more than just a ship, it was a floating palace of luxury. It promised speed and comfort, a new way to cross the ocean. Its legend lives on, even today. The Titan's legacy is a warning and an inspiration. The Titan began its first journey, sailing from Europe to North America. Crowds gathered to wave goodbye as the ship slipped from the dock, horns sounding a grand farewell. On board, passengers from all walks of life mingled. Wealthy elites in luxury, emigrants in search of new beginnings. All shared hope for a brighter future. The Titan was designed for speed and reliability, carrying mail, cargo and dreams across the Atlantic. Confidence filled the ship. It felt strong and steady as it cut through calm seas. Passengers explored grand decks, marveling at the ship's details. Few imagined any danger. The Titan seemed invincible. The journey promised a brighter future. The purpose of this voyage was clear. It was a transatlantic crossing, connecting the old world with the new. The Titan was built for this role. It was designed to be fast. It was also designed to be reliable. The ship carried mail and cargo too. It was a vital link across the sea. Confidence filled the ship's atmosphere. The vessel felt strong and steady. The ocean seemed calm and welcoming. Passengers explored the grand decks. They admired the ship's fine details. Few could imagine any danger. The Titan seemed a world of its own. The night of the accident was eerily calm, no moon, a glassy sea and freezing air. The Titan sailed swiftly through the darkness, unaware of the lurking danger. Passengers enjoyed dinner music and conversation, oblivious to the threat ahead. The ship was a bright island in the vast dark ocean. Suddenly, a subtle vibration and a strange scraping sound broke the peace. Some passengers felt a gentle shudder, others were awakened by the noise. Confusion spread as the crew realized the ship had struck something hidden in the night. The sea was unusually calm, like glass. Stars shone brightly in the dark sky. There was no moon to light the way. The air was very cold, freezing. This cold was a sign of nearby ice. The Titan sailed on, unaware. It moved quickly through the dark water. Earlier that evening, life was normal. Passengers enjoyed dinner in grand rooms. Music played in the lounges. People talked and laughed together. Some strolled on the decks. They admired the peaceful, starry night. The ship was a small world of light. It moved through the vast, dark ocean. The great ship had struck something hidden in the dark sea. The lookouts strained to see danger ahead, but without binoculars their task was nearly impossible. The calm, moonless night made icebergs almost invisible. Despite warnings from other ships, the Titan pressed on at high speed. When the iceberg finally appeared, it was too late. Officers tried to turn and reverse, but the ship was too large to respond in time. The iceberg scraped along the hull, tearing fatal holes below the waterline. The unseen threat had struck a fatal blow. The collision was almost unavoidable at that point. The officers on the bridge tried to turn and also tried to reverse engines, but the ship was just too large. It responded too slowly to commands. Human error and design flaws sealed the Titan's fate. Ice warnings were ignored, and the ship's speed left little time to react. Communication failures and delayed responses made matters worse. The ship lacked enough lifeboats, a tragic oversight. Regulations were outdated, based on ship size, not passenger count. The hull's rivets and watertight compartments failed under the iceberg's damage. Water spilled over the tops of compartments, dooming the ship. Confusion and poor communication hampered evacuation. Passengers were left scared and uncertain. Orders were not always heard or understood. The scale of the disaster was not clear, not to everyone, Not immediately. These errors turned crisis into catastrophe. As water poured in, panic spread. The Titan tilted forward, lights flickering as crew tried to organize the evacuation. Lifeboats were launched slowly, many leaving half empty. There were not enough for all, forcing impossible choices. The ship's final moments were dramatic. The bow sank, the stern rose, and the lights went out. Some say the ship broke in two before disappearing beneath the waves. Survivors in lifeboats faced freezing water and darkness. Rescue ships arrived too late for many. The sea was littered with debris and victims. Crew members tried to organize passengers, directing them to the boat decks, but the situation was chaotic. Fear was spreading very quickly. Loading the lifeboats was a slow process. The Titan's end was swift and merciless. The Titan's sinking was a wake-up call. Overconfidence, human error, and design flaws combined to cause disaster. The world demanded answers. Investigations led to sweeping changes. Maritime safety rules were rewritten, lifeboats for all became mandatory, and radio watch was enforced. The International Ice Patrol was created to monitor icebergs. The Titan story is a lasting lesson in humility and caution. It changed shipbuilding and sea travel forever. The memory of the Titan drives us to safer seas. The disaster's legacy is vigilance and respect for nature. The Titan's story endures as a warning and a hope for safer journeys.